Yes, sir. It's another one, y'all. We ain't here tonight, man. Geeked up tonight, boy. It's ladies' night. It's ladies' night, boy. Gotta love it. What can we do without the ladies, man? Without the women in the world, boy? It would be no us. For real, we gotta celebrate tonight, guys. Yes, sir. Squeezy beat. Stop playing. Yeah, we celebrating tonight, guys. It's all about the ladies. You see the banner at the bottom. That's what it's about, fellas. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Come right in, man. Come right in. But it's going down tonight, guys. We're going to have some amazing ladies on the panel tonight. Got some heavy hitters out there tonight. And it's going down, guys. All right. Let's do a little roll call real quick. Yeah, G23, I see you out there, brother. We appreciate you coming through. Tag Lover. Yes, sir. Yeah. Shanna Ewing in the house for sure, man. We appreciate her coming through. And Jason, anytime the door is open. Misty, Miss Wang, we see you out there. It's ladies' night, ladies. Shanna, Misty, it's y'all night tonight. Yes, sir. All right, Jason. We see you out there, Jason. Had some fun with Jason tonight, man. We hit that range. Y'all get ready. We got like a movie coming. It's like a movie coming. I'm telling y'all, we doing major moves. Stop playing, man. Who else we got out here, man? Kara Lee, the superstar Kara Lee. Conversations with a Vet, the next channel up. Big Motion. Stop playing with her. This is real, guys. Let's see who else is out here. Tennessee Goddess, the queen, is in the house, guys. She's leading the charge tonight, so she's in here, guys. All right, who else we have out here? Let's see. G23, I think I said that. Rick Harris, we see you out there, brother. We appreciate you coming through, man. Killian. Yeah, that's my boy right there, boy. Killian, hey, get ready for it. Killian, we shot a great freaking video today. It's crazy, bro. Wait till I edit that, boy. I'm gonna put that little, sprinkle me that salt on that, boy. Yeah. Let's see who else is out here. Mike McClune. I love seeing that dude out there, man, for real. Who else we have out here? Paul the Fifth is in the house. Paul the Fifth is in the house, y'all. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Chad Nonan, we see you out there, brother. We see you out there. Chad Nonan, we see you out there. I appreciate you coming through. Come through more often, Chad. I want to see that name pop up. Seriously, brother. Let's see who else we have out there, guys. And the one and only GST Hobbies _1. We see you, brother. Yeah. Who else we got out there? And that look like that's it on the roll call so far, guys. We got 18 in the chats. Some people not speaking, but you know they're welcome, man. We welcome everybody over here. It ain't just about black. It ain't just about white. We welcome any and every person over here, man. That's what it's about. Open doors. For real. All right? We don't care where you from. We don't care if you from Jerusalem. We don't care if you from Palestine. I don't give a damn. I don't care if you from Mars, because y'all know I'm not from this planet. Some of y'all from Pluto. For real. Some of y'all from Uranus. You get it? Stop playing with us, man. All right, guys. I'm about to drop a link. Pull in some of these queens, man. We're going to have a major night tonight. I'm geeked about this one. Killian, let's see. Killian just dropped some, guys. Let's see what he said. Ivan, you and I really need to get to... I know that. That's what I want to do, Killian. Private sessions, man. You want to shoot some stuff, we can too, but I really want to get with you. Seriously. Let's see who else is out here. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and drop this link. Start pulling some of the ladies in. We got some more special guests, guys. I'm not going to tell y'all who they are, but they're coming through, hopefully. All right. I'm dropping this link right now. Here it come, ladies. And y'all know the ones that's supposed to be in the show, y'all know who y'all are, all right? Hey, it's going down on ladies' night. Stop playing with them. It's going down on ladies' night tonight. Tonight. Stop playing with them. Man, we run this shit, man. We go ahead and drop a link, man. Drop a link on them, man. They thought we wasn't gonna do nothing on this channel. They didn't think we was gonna have no motion. They were mistaken about that. I tell you that. I dropped a link, guys. Yeah. It's going down tonight. Y'all think I can sing? I feel like I'm an R&B singer. Oh, we got one back there. It's going down to bam.
Hey guys.
What's up, Christine?
What's up, baby?
She is in the house. How you doing?
Tired, but alright.
Going down tonight. Ooh, the ladies coming through.
Look at that Walter shirt.
Ooh, and I'm loving it. You see, I'm sporting my Smith & Wesson tonight.
Right.
I'm representing. What you got on your chest, Christine? I see something over there.
My dog tags.
Okay. I'm feeling that. Yeah, let me go ahead and turn the music down a little bit, ladies.
I ain't been feeling 100 and I'm red tagged, so I'll always wear my dog tags when I don't feel good and I'm out in public.
Nice. That's dope.
I'm allergic to codeine, and I have a red tag on there saying that.
Okay.
So when I ain't feeling 100, I make sure to wear my dog tags for that reason.
I like that.
That way, if I'm not with my husband or my children, something goes wrong. And even though my last name's different, it still has the other information they need on it. So if I ain't feeling 100, I just wear them to.
Hold up. Bam! It's going down tonight. Yeah. She done pulled the hair down on y'all. Look at her.
Looks amazing.
I'm sitting out here outside. I needed to stand up and move around and a cigarette.
She ain't playing. Carolina put the hair down for this show, boy. I'm telling y'all, it's going down, man.
That's right. 4
ladies in the house. Who else we got? Tennessee got us coming through.
My people fell through, basically.
They did. Oh, they didn't work out?
No, I gave them the information, told them what time to join, and I have not heard from them.
Okay, that's okay. We got some more special guests coming through. I got another one that's gonna be a heavy hitter coming through, just like the rest of y'all. So, what y'all think about that banner? Stop playing with them.
Love it.
What y'all think about the banner?
Love it. It's
Tennessee
awesome.
Goddess ain't talking. She ain't talking.
I like it.
It's not.
Huh?
It's nice.
Man, you know I had to do that for y'all, man.
It's nice.
I appreciate
that
you.
Save me.
Huh?
Save me.
I was like,
I thought she was talking to me. I thought she said save me.
oh,
I did.
She
There's
did.
a
I looked
kid.
up and I was like, "What's sticking out of the top of your head?"
This.
And it was
Oh,
a
the black
tail.
cat.
Yeah.
His name's Vicious. We found out it's a male. And it's one of the stray kittens I'm trying to find a home for. And he thinks inside my house is his home.
Oh my God.
And he loves to cuddle and make biscuits. And he loves climbing me.
That's crazy. That's the same cat I saw when I was over there, wasn't it?
What? Yeah, but he's gotten big.
Okay.
I'm sorry. He makes biscuits.
He needs all the time.
Okay.
He makes
But
biscuits.
you know what? Hey, Tennessee Goddess, he's so chill. Like when I was over there, he just looked at me and was like, "Hey, what's up, man?" I was like, "What up?"
Yeah.
He just wants to be cuddled all the time.
That's all.
I'm going to be headed inside here in just a minute. I'm shaking. It's cold out.
All right.
Silly.
I'm
It
letting
is a little
Tennessee Goddess
chilly.
take this over, y'all. This y'all night tonight. I'll be peeping in every once in a while. So Tennessee Goddess, take it away.
Is there the person you had coming?
Yes, but she said she was going to be a little late, so I'll let her in.
Okay. Cool. All
This
right,
is what
lady.
happens when you're desperate, right? For a cigarette, you come out in the freezing cold.
Where'd Christine go?
I don't know. She just
Maybe that
disappeared.
cat got her.
I think she said she was coming right back, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there she is. She back already. Bam.
Oh, that was fast. Good.
Yeah, I was trying to fix it where I could see the chats at the bottom, and every time I do that, it kicks me out of the
Are you
live.
hearing her? I can't
Oh,
hear her.
dang.
Hear her?
Yeah, I can hear
Huh.
her. Okay.
about-
For some reason, when I'm in the live, it won't let me see the chats at the bottom, and I hit chat, then get in and pull the chat button, and it won't let me do it.
Are you on your cell phone?
Yes.
So then do this. Get somebody else's cell phone, turn the volume all the way down, and just go to the live and you'll see everything.
Yeah. Nathan will pull his up here in a minute. He's feeding the animals. We just got home.
Okay,
All right.
I'm
Rick
walking up.
Harris, we see you out there, brother. Tennessee Goddess, go ahead and let it go.
You can also stream it to your TV, and the chats will come up, but you can't actually type it on it or anything. But you can still see what's
Trying
going
to pull my computer up. My computer's being aggravating this night.
on. I hear you.
I'm turning you down for just a second so we don't get feedback.
Perfect.
Yeah. So tonight we have a few questions for the ladies, for any of the ladies in the chat, and also the ladies here in our little group, in our family. Yes. So just wanted to let you know these thoughts are meant to guide a thoughtful and informed decision-making process when considering firearm ownership. So, and I'm sorry I look a hot mess, and I just got off the road and just got here. I've been spending the day with my nephew. He turned 16 today. Happy birthday, Devin.
Happy birthday, Devin.
Yeah, he's somewhere out there. Somewhere out there. Anyway,
That's exciting.
yes.
Happy birthday.
Definitely, considering he was
There goes somebody's insurance.
Yeah. He was 2 pounds 2 pounds 9 ounces when he was born. And now he's standing in about 3.5. So that's a big improvement.
We'll take it.
Yes, definitely. So my first question is, what is your primary reason for wanting a firearm? Is it self-defense, sports shooting, hunting, or collecting?
That's a good question. That's a good one too.
When I was younger, it was hunting with my grandfather. And then I went military. So now it's more like survival in a hole. Survival and protection.
Hang on 1 second, Christine in Tennessee got it. Sorry to cut y'all off. Bam!
There she is.
There she is, guys.
I'm so sorry.
Welcome.
She came through so eloquently.
Thanks for having
Welcome.
She Fires is in the motherfucker's house. Stop playing with her, y'all.
Hey there.
We got some heavy hitters on the panel today, boy.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you all. Thank you for having me.
Yes. Tennessee Goddess, run that question back because I want She Fires to hear this. I want everybody to comment. We'll wrap back around to Christine and let each lady give their input.
Okay. What's your primary reason for wanting a firearm? Is it self-defense, sports shooting, hunting, collecting, or something else?
So I can say self-defense. That's my primary reason. Personally, that's what I'm looking for is self-defense.
Okay. And Christine, repeat yours, please.
When I was younger, it was hunting with my grandfather. And then later on, after joining the military, it's more of a all-around hunting, protection, survival.
Okay. She Fires?
I will say the same. It's self-defense for sure, 100%.
Okay. So for me, it was self-defense, and it progressed into sport and then collecting. I love my little NA.
The left, definitely on the collecting.
Yeah.
It's an addiction like tattoos. Once you get one or two, you got to have more.
It's
well,
like
yeah, it's kind of like Pringles. You can't have just one.
Agreed.
Exactly. Question number 2. Have you received any training in firearms safety and handling? And yes, no, not sure. And if yes, what kind?
Okay. I guess we're going clockwise. We'll just do that. So I obviously, when I first started shooting, I actually was 28 maybe when I started shooting. When I,
So this last week.
Right. Yes, that's last week. So only been shooting for a couple of, days, but
yes.
The first thing I was told, and it wasn't an instructor who taught me to shoot, but I had to learn the range rules, and they literally were posted my dad had them posted up, and it was one of those. It's like, you don't get to shoot till you first learn these, and then just a lot of practice, repetition over again, and practicing with the steel targets and time, having the timer behind me, and learning how to clear any jams. I'd end up, my first automatic or semi-automatic was, 380 that jammed every other shot. So I had to learn quick how to clear that. But then when I was, I don't know, I was probably in my late 30s, early 40s. In the town we were in, they offered a woman's concealed carry class. So I went ahead and took that. And that was more my formal training. So, but a lot of it is just going out and constantly, using the muscle memory in the range.
Okay. Christine.
My grandparents raised me, so my grandfather took me once or twice hunting, and it was more about, the older ways of self-preservation, being able to feed your family and stuff. And then I went to the Navy in 99. So 99 to 2003 is my training there as far as firearms. I'm actually trained on land and sea for firearms and launch and recovery of aircrafts, and I was an aviation mechanic. So those qualifications have come into play. And then coming home after having my eyes open to the difference in the world, dramatic difference from when our parents were raised and what we're raised now, and having children of my own, I make sure that I'm up to date so I can properly train my children as well.
Nice.
All right. She fires?
Training, I started as an adult when I got my concealed carry. I did it for fun, shooting with my pistol, my friend's pistol. And then I said, I want to take this more seriously. So I started getting training. I got my concealed carry license here in Florida. And then I did take some rifle classes also. I am an instructor now, a basic pistol instructor, and hope to get my rifle instructor license certificate for next year. So I felt like jumped in 2 feet, not something that I grew up with. My parents, my family really not into guns. So I am definitely the black sheep. They're coming behind me though. I think they see the value. But it wasn't something I grew up with.
Okay, my phone just went fucking haywire.
Oh, so yes, rifle and basic pistol.
Okay, awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah, so for me, I wasn't raised around firearms. My grandfather had a shotgun that he used for hunting. My dad had a pistol and a rifle, but those just were not, they were more like BB guns and pellet guns type things. And he showed both my brother and I how to use them and what not to do. Of course, not pointing at anyone, but my brother never listened. So I got shot with pellets all the time.
Oh my gosh.
I have a couple still stuck in my leg and ankle.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is what it is. And so probably I bought my first firearm probably maybe 15, 20 years ago. And it was a revolver. I never shot it. And then I realized, I was like, what do I need this for? And I'm traveling around the country. I can't have it everywhere. So I sold it. Then I'd always lived in apartments, and then I was in a freestanding home and had an encounter with someone at my front door with no lights on there. And I was like, I need something else that's going to protect me. So I bought a gun. I went to the range, remembered from basic training how to use the firearm, but which was a rifle that we were taught with. But I was like, it's got to work the same way. Me being the nerd that I am, I read the instructions in the book that came with the gun. I read them from cover to cover. I learned how to take it apart, how to put it back together. I went down and I thought, oh, this is great. I can shoot this one box of bullets. I'm only going to need 5 or 6 just to practice. Wrong answer. So all being said and done, I shot for a few years and then became a NRA firearms basic pistol instructor, range safety officer, refused to be a victim instructor. Then I became an instructor at a local gun range, began to take their instructor courses, their RSO courses, and also USCCA instructor now. So I became an instructor because people would ask me all the time, hey, I want to go shooting with you. And I wanted to be able to tell them the right way. And my nature is to teach. So that was one of the things that I decided to do, that it was something that it was one thing that my dad was actually really proud of me. I just remember my dad's passed now, but for him to have said to me after I got my instructors, he said, you know, you're really serious about this. And all I can say is I am very proud of you and I know you'll protect yourself and mom and your mom. And I'm like, you got that right.
I got a question. I got a question for you all. And I'm going to interject every once in a while, but based off, I'm going to pounce off what She Fire said. And with her being the black sheep of the family, right? I want any one of you ladies to raise your hands if you were considered the black sheep of the family, or if those individuals embraced you. How many black sheeps we got?
I'm the white sheep. Does that count?
Stop being racist, man. Damn. We can't get along here either. Damn.
That's funny.
I was always the last one chosen to go on anything. But of course, I'm the only girl in my generation. So the boys always looked at me as, oh, you're just another girl. Mm-hmm. But of course, that was because my grandmother and my cousin had to stick me in the pageants and stuff too. So they're like, oh, you're the girly girl. You can't come play with us. But, you know, when I come home with the deer and they didn't, that sort of shut them up temporarily till we got older.
Yeah, I won't consider myself. Well, I'm gonna say I'm the black sheep of the family. One side of the family, I'm the oldest granddaughter. Mm-hmm. So my cousins are all spread out, and as far as I know, none of them shoot except for one that was in the military. And however, I have found out through some family history, and my grandmother had told me she used to carry a 22 in her apron. Nobody ever knew that, but she did shoot someone. And nobody knew that, but you know, I was like, okay, you know.
What's up with keeping guns off in y'all bras though, man? I'm just saying, like, I see women do this. Is this something that's normal? Real talk.
No.
I can't.
It's the pocketbook, but no, that is not normal to keep it tucked down in here unless you're wearing an actual bra holster.
Okay.
That's totally different.
Okay.
And there's many types of holsters. I don't understand how there's a bra holster that fits under the armpit. I have no idea. That looks like so uncomfortable, and I can't reach over to there. So, but yes. So I have a couple of aunts that have reached out to me that have asked about learning to shoot. Actually had another cousin on my mom's side of the family that says, you know what, I want to learn too. And just recently, and that's been a couple of years ago, but just recently I had two of my younger cousins that said, we're going to come to you and we want to learn how. So, and with word of mouth through them, I'm getting more students through them to being referred to me. So that's been pretty great. And most of them just want to learn basic pistol. They're not ready for a concealed carry permit, but most of them live here in Tennessee. So, of course, you don't necessarily have to have a concealed carry in Tennessee, but I am informing them of the differences.
Very good. Did we hit all the ladies with that question?
I think so. But going back to the whole gun in the bra thing, I can tell you, women who are big chested, that is not something we want to be stuck. We don't want extra stuff in our bra. Let me just say.
If you're not big chested, we don't want that.
I mean, there you go. I always tell my students that the flashbang holster, which is a bra holster, the reason that they call that the flashbang is because you flash them and they're in awe of the cleavage. And then you have your chance to go ahead and pull the gun and bang.
That's funny.
I mean,
I like that one.
I think that is pretty much why they invented such, but it doesn't print as much. But for me, it's uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. and if you are well endowed in the chest area, it fits most bras. I've been watching a lot more of their videos and things of how this came about and how it's working.
I just don't see how you can draw that quick that way.
Well, the way that for the flashbang, it actually pulls down. You grab your shirt, pull up, and pulls down, and it falls out of that. And you're supposed to be able to do that, but I myself don't think I'm coordinated enough to do it in that fashion. Of course, you would need a lot of practice, and practice makes muscle memory. So
yeah, you'd have to
that too.
Okay.
And I'll say the Chad's comment right here too. Yes, we do carry other things in our bra, maybe, but not a firearm. Those things are safe.
I don't know about a candle either.
No candies. Those are candies.
Oh, candies. I'm sorry. I just saw candy.
I have an issue thinking of having a pistol going upward and pointing.
It just ain't right. It ain't right, ladies.
Yeah, I couldn't. So even if you're drawing down,
it's like appendix carry with a man.
Just a thought. Yeah,
I can't put a gun. A lot of men carry appendix carry. I can't do that. Listen.
There goes your jump.
Listen.
Yeah,
I just can't know. That's my life. I can't do it.
I actually had a customer come in one night, and that's exactly what she was looking for. I need it small enough that it fits up here. And when I say well endowed, she says to me, I am a triple H. And I was like, okay. Whoa. And I have the perfect holster. So I'm looking for a gun to fit in this holster that will then fit in my bra. And I was like, no, no.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
And I was like, that's probably not the safest place for it to be, because
how are you going this way? You shoot your nipple off. That's just.
Yeah. Okay. Then you have to have one tattooed back on.
Yeah.
And her idea.
Oh man.
She was gonna reach down her shirt to get it. And I said, by that time you could have shot the whole entire boob, the arm standing next to you.
I mean, they do have cosmetic surgery for y'all now, so you can get a little rubber one. I mean, you just won't feel nothing, but you can get a little rubbery one.
They have the ones that just fit in the bra, and all of that. So it's like, okay.
I'm so glad I joined tonight.
Definitely.
Okay. Killian's over there having a conniption fit. He's like, I can't believe my mom just brought this up.
That's what my husband said. He's like, which you can see the chats. He's like, Killian's like cracking up.
Yep, he's dying over there.
I'm sorry. It's like we have and what kills me is there are some women that literally put their whole purse in their bras.
I've seen that.
I'm telling you, big.
I do good to put out with the bra. I mean, let's put anything else in there.
Hey, she fires. That lady name would be called Bertha, right? Bertha. Bertha gonna keep it right there. She keep her pack of cigarettes. You know them nasty little packs. She keep her pack up there. She keep them lottery tickets up there. What else she keep up there?
Sweaty dollars.
The dollars.
Yeah, boob sweat money is not expected to see during those humid months.
That's hilarious, hillbilly. That is hilarious.
I'm like, yes. I was like,
a sausage bang.
The sausage bang. That cracks me up.
That's
your appendix carry there.
Man, I can't do it, man. It's just, and you know what? To be honest, appendix carry for me is better because I'm a slender dude. I'm not like a big dude, so it's perfect. But it's something about that thing aiming down. I can't do it.
Yeah,
I know many that they love to carry it right there at the belly button too.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, probably not. That's just No.
And besides that fact, let's go back to this whole safety thing. I mean, outside of shooting off your junk or shooting off your boobs, whatever the case may be, I mean, as Killian is very famous for saying, to be fair, okay, you draw a weapon, be it appendix or in your bra, right? What do you end up doing? Well, you're flashing everybody. So first off and foremost, that's not safe for anybody around you. especially if something's going on and your adrenaline's pumping, because your finger is right there at that trigger and anything can happen as you draw.
She
Because
fires,
to
interject.
draw,
I see it coming.
even if you're trying to draw directly from your stomach, right? You don't draw like this, right? You come around.
You draw up.
You draw up. Yeah, draw up.
I mean,
and
you're
draw straight
supposed
up.
to, but let's face it, unless you go through all that specific training and you're practicing over and over and over again, it doesn't happen that way.
But when you dry fire, you're supposed to wear what you would normally wear, and you're supposed to practice that when you're at home, pulling your shirt up and doing that motion. So it's muscle memory, honestly.
You are.
But I wouldn't want to do it from my top, pulling my shirt all the way up. That seems like it would be a lot of time spent.
That and the whole bulkiness. I mean, there's no way to hide it.
Exactly.
There is a way to, if you're it just depends. You have to watch some of the videos that Flashbang has done recently. The ones that they've done recently are very well put together than they used to be. It's not for everybody. It's definitely not for me. And it's not for some of the ladies that I shoot with in my group. So that's a big no. So
what's your next question, Tennessee Goddess?
Well, we haven't really finished up, but as far as training, we were talking about the different kinds of training.
Yeah.
Has anybody had like private lessons, like at a gun range, other than just with a regular instructor, or different courses, like going out to, there's a place out in Las Vegas that they shoot out there. There's places in Oklahoma that have different kinds of courses. There's one here in Camden, Tennessee that James Yeager used to run. And Knockout used to have another one as well. So has anybody done any of those, like the fight trainings?
That's interesting. That's very interesting.
Haven't done any of the fight ones. No, it's been just pretty realistic. I would like to do something like that, but I've done group training, like with other guys, shooting with them, and I've had private lessons. I think it's good to do that. You get to practice and work with different instructors, with different groups. You get to kind of feed off of what they know, and they can give you advice or input on what you might be doing. I always very much a proponent of that. And if I have an opportunity to travel and go and shoot other places and go and visit other folks, even like on YouTube, connecting with folks. Hey, once you come to this range, we're going to be doing an event here today, doing something like that. Definitely because it just kind of it makes it fun, but you're also learning.
Yes. Yeah. Because we had one of the ladies that I shoot with just went to an event in Chattanooga. And off the top of my head, I cannot think of what the name of it is, but they had different kinds of training they were doing. They shot through the whole weekend. It rained, and they shot in the rain the whole time. And H&K was the vendor, and
love me some H&K, man.
Right,
man.
And she loved it and learned a lot of different things. I think it's not The Gathering. I'll find it somewhere, and maybe put it in the chats of what it is. But it's year round, and you have to actually sign up to get on there, the list there. So it is all women. So yeah. So next question. What type of firearms are you interested in? Handgun, shotgun, rifle?
This is where it gets juicy.
One. What is your favorite? Carol Lee.
Okay.
Chief Fire said all of them.
So gosh, I'm kind of with She-Fire. My two favorite, I'm not a huge fan of shotgun, just because, I
asked Carol Lee today when we was at the range. I said, you want to shoot the shotgun? She looked at me. She's like, I don't know. Then she turned around and asked me, you want to shoot this 500 grain revolver? I looked at her. I was like, I don't know.
That's right. But I shot the 500 grain revolver.
She sure did.
But, so, I mean, I love rifles. Not going to lie. Love rifles. But my favorite rifle is my 6.5 284. And my 1,000 yard. That's my favorite. But only
She's not around.
It's not anything I'm gonna like pack around with me. So when we go to the range, then fine, we'll pull it out the car and set it up, and I'll lay there prone and do my shooting. But I have to say, as far as pistols, I also love those too. But again, with pistols, it's a little different because it's in the palm of your hand. It's not as long. It's not as I don't have to do anything with a pistol. With a rifle, my arms, I mean, you would, the whole thing is you stick the butt of it up here and you stick your hand out, and that should be the length wherever, whatever. It doesn't work for me. I'm shorter between the crook of my elbow to my armpit. It's actually shorter than you would think. So it's not the same. And so I actually had to cut my stocks down by an inch and a half. Well, inch and 3/8, inch and a half to inch and 3/8. And redo my recoil pad to make it fit. Otherwise, my finger ends up just pushing the trigger sideways because I don't get a good feel on it. So, but with a pistol, I don't have to do any of that for the most part. I do have to kind of, depending upon the size of the grip, I do have to kind of canter my hand a little bit so that my finger will actually seat on the trigger properly. But handguns are a lot easier. They're a lot mobile. They're easier to conceal. So I do like those as well.
Okay. Christine.
My favorite.
It's got to be an FN.
It's probably gonna be an FN. Them FN. They the FN family.
I have everything from Browning to Remington to FN. I guess I've got my Remington 700 270. That's my favorite hunting one.
Nice.
And it's in my cami pattern. It matches my cami clothes.
Nice.
And then then there's my VR80. And then as far as my smaller stuff, yes, I like my FN45, but before my FN45, there was my Bersha, which I stole from my husband.
I shot that.
Okay, let me tell you, I stole it, but I bought him one before I stole it. I just told him he didn't have an option.
Okay.
He had one that came out, and he wanted it. And I said, fine. I took him to the shop, and I bought him that. And I said, and we put it in his name and everything. I just paid for it. And he got his, that was when the Judge came out with a 3-inch Magnum, and you don't have to change the pin to change the shells. He wanted the Judge. So I bought him the Judge and told him, okay, the Bersha's mine. He can't have it back.
Is that Judge, the 410 and 45?
Is that one? Or is it? Yeah. The Taurus, the Judge.
Taurus Judge Magnum.
Yeah, Judge Magnum, yes. Yeah, I bought him that one and took the Bersha 45. And I actually like the Bersha for emergency situations the best for me because I have ear damage and I can shoot it and it not ring my ears. That's what I like about my F&M 45s. I can shoot them without hearing protection and still be able to hear. Some of my other stuff, if I shoot it without hearing protection, I'm going to be I can't hear. I will hear nothing but ringing bells. And that's because I've had ear damage when I was in the service.
Okay.
You just gave me a gun gossip show. You literally just gave me a gun gossip show. I swear to God. Y'all might as well get ready. Hearing loss. That's important with decimals. That's extremely important.
Oh,
we're gonna touch on that and get ready for that one.
So many different types of ear probes.
I just wrote it down.
Right. And the thing is too, like to touch on that just a little bit is just because one brand of hearing works one way doesn't mean the same thing in a different brand is going to work the same way. It's a whole different ball game when you get into that.
Yeah.
Hey, She Fires has a question. Tennessee Goddess on the screen.
So, are you debating on the PDP?
That's on my short list, the PDP-F to be exact. And that rolls into my response to that question. I've been shooting, mostly pistols. I just got my first revolver.
Nice.
I love them. Man, I used to hate them.
They're awesome.
Well, it's a 9mm. It's a Taurus 905 9mm.
That ain't no revolver, she fires.
It is
357. No, we need 357, or we need 38 special or 38 special plus P. Stop playing with them.
A 9mm is just fine. I'm with you, girl.
I'm getting into 9s. I'm starting to like the 9s.
It was fun. I push back on people saying women should get a revolver as their first firearm, and I do not agree, because that was not easy to handle.
No. It's different. You have to hold your hand differently. Yeah,
it's different. But I do love. I got a rifle also. I'm not super proficient with the rifle right now as I am with like having the pistols. I do have a couple PCCs also. I like the ability to fold it if I need to move around with it, if I ever needed to have it for a zombie apocalypse. But I do want to become more proficient with the rifle. I would say that is my preferred, but the pistols are easy to handle. They're easy.
Yeah. I started out with pistol and then worked my way up to 22 LR rifle and actually loved it. Mm-hmm. And then several followed me home. I didn't ask them to, but they did. And then I moved on over to like a sub 2K 9mm. Loved that one. It was great. And then I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and go for the AR. Started out with a 22 AR, which my mother loves that. So I guess what's mine is hers. And then I have my Ruger 5.56 223 that I love, just perfect. And that's probably one of my favorite. But as far as my pistols go, I am a Walther girl. Love my Walthers.
Gotta love some Walthers.
Okay.
My PPQ. I'm starting to love my PDP. I'm not a fan of the PDP F series. Not for me. No, okay. The stippling is too aggressive on the grip for me.
Okay.
And I also have a tendency to hit the magazine release based off of my hand. And if I'm having to change my grip for every single gun that I have, it's not for me. But I noticed that one of my Springfields that I love, I don't shoot often, but because I did train with it quite a bit, that now that I just grab it, its muscle memory goes back to, and I'm like right on it. And even though it's only like 8 round and I made it into a 10 round, but still it's one of my favorites. But all of them are my favorites. They
she means that.
Yes.
They all have names. My calibers are another. So this is not one of the questions that I was given to ask, but I'm going to ask, what's your favorite caliber?
Ooh.
I'm equal between 9 and 45. Now, granted, I have more 45s than I do 9s, but that goes back to like what you were saying about the handle of it.
Yeah.
And like She Fire said, that's the one thing that annoys me is everyone's like, oh, a girl should start with whatever feels good in her hand, and she feels safe carrying and whatever feels comfortable in her hand, because not everything fits in your hand just right.
And as far as caliber, from working in a firearm store, one of the things I hear a lot of men in firearm stores and spouses or significant others always say, get her the 380. It doesn't have as much reach.
I hear that all the time.
I hear that all the time.
And for a while there, I was hearing the men asking the lady, just get a 380. And then the lady comes back in looking for another firearm. And I was like, what happened to yours? Well, he really wanted a 380 for him.
Right.
So I found more men were carrying the 380s as a pocket. And I'm like, that's fine. You carry it as a pocket. But you know what? You don't buy her what you want to have. Let her pick out what she wants.
Yeah, you should let a lady pick out what she wants. Because what's going to happen is if you don't let her pick it out, I learned this. If you don't let her pick it out, she will not shoot that shit. she will not feel comfortable shooting the gun. So
Jason
men
can
take
attest to
notes,
that.
man.
And
Jason can attest to that.
Even if you let her pick it out, sometimes there are ladies who are going to pick it out based off the color.
Yep.
Not how it feels in their hand, because they don't know how to shoot.
Girl, that pink and that purple, girl.
I gotta have one.
I can't do the colors.
Me either. I mean,
I'm gonna buy this.
you know, it's one thing to have it. You know, you buy it, and the grips might be black or brown or something, and you can buy, you know, colored grips and just change them out. But I'm all about how it feels first. Let me hold on to it. Let me, you know, check it out and see if it's going to fit.
Yeah, I had a student that basically came in for a class, and she's like shooting this gun, and she was like, "Oh, it's great," and I was like, "It's an STV-9. Your hands to my hand fit like right here."
Oh,
so
wow.
There was no way that she was able to pull the trigger. Her shots were horrible. And I'm like, look how you're trying to reach your finger to pull that trigger because this gun is too big for you.
Right.
And she was like, oh. And she was like, that would be, I was pulling it before with my nail. And I was like,
oh, God.
I was like, no, she goes, well, my nail broke off. So I've just started doing it with the tip of my finger.
Oh, boy.
Because she could not do it. And after the class, she was like, I'm just going to go out here and buy another one. And I was like, okay, how about it? And then,
hey, ladies, give me one sec here. I think somebody has their phone on because it's getting bad feedback with a echo. So if you have a phone on the side, just kind of turn the volume all the way down. Sorry to cut y'all off.
Yes. So since we're on that topic, she bought another gun and it works perfect for her. It wasn't the gun I was suggested, but it works perfect for her. She loves it. I'm going to say what my caliber is since I'm talking already. My favorite caliber right now is a 22 Magnum. Love it, love it, love it. Love it in a pistol, love it in a rifle. Love it in my little revolvers. It's just a very underrated caliber as far as I'm concerned. But I also love 9mm and I also love a 32 ACP.
Mm-hmm.
And my 22s, those are my wonderful. They're also in that lineup there. But yeah, my right now is my Magnum. They are just love them.
Mm-hmm.
Carol Lee, did you decide what yours was?
So in a handgun, it's a toss up. I love my 9mm, but I also love my 38 357 and the revolver. So as far as that goes, when it comes to rifles, 223 all day long. My AR platform, that's what it is. And going back to the comment about, you know, men buying women stuff and women not being comfortable. So, you know, my husband went and bought me the 10 AR-10, and I was like, I don't want that. I want the 308. Made him take it back, and well, I went with him, of course, and said, you know, I want the 223 platform, and of course, then I got it all decked out, you know, the quad rail and yeah, the whole 9 yards. So, but and of course, ended up costing more, but still, I already had a 308. I didn't want to waste ammo because 308. I mean, I don't know. 223, they're almost throwaway anymore, you know, almost as bad as just a 22 where, you know, you shoot them and you leave them there. But reloading a 308, because we reload, so that's, you know, brass and powder and bullets, it's all way more expensive for a 308. So I just didn't want to go there.
She fires. What about your favorite caliber?
I think because I'm an instructor, I like the 22 for new students.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. We use the Taurus TX22 and the Keltec P17.
Yes.
Yeah, so both of those for training. So I would definitely say that just because I know that helps. It's a great introduction for people. But for me personally, I do like the 9. It's just I'm comfortable with it. It's more readily available than anything else. That's why I got the revolver like that. But the 5.56, 223. I've got the M&P 15 Sport.
Nice.
So just been practicing with that. So I don't know if I have a preference between the two. I didn't know that there was a significant difference between the I'm not sure. Maybe you can enlighten me if there's a huge difference between
for the 22 Magnum and 22 LR.
The 5.56 and 223.
223.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a little bit of difference.
It is a little difference. One has a little bit more punch, just a slightly more punch and pressure. You can tell being extracted out that rifle, out that 5.56 round. You can feel it.
And I think that's primarily to military more than civilian. It's 5.56 too.
Okay.
Yeah. And with I know there are some ARs that are just chambered in 223 only. So make sure if you have an AR that it's either chambered as a 5.56, which means then you can use a 223 in it also. There are rifles that shoot 223 also. Ruger has a couple of rifles, like the Mini 14 will shoot 223s.
That's one of my favorites.
That's a good one too. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
I love my 223s as well, and 5.56. But anything I shoot out of my AR, definitely.
Yeah, I almost made the mistake of getting the 223 model, and I said I paid a little bit extra to get the 5.56.
Yes, definitely. That would always be my suggestion to a new rifle owner, to go with something bigger. And also there are like a Henry has 22 long rifle that will shoot a 22 Magnum and a 22 short. That the 22 short also is in my lineup of favorite calibers too. So it's a teeny tiny little bullet, and it will fire in some, but you just have to make sure you're looking on your stock of your gun that it says what it will shoot. And if you're shooting out of a North American Arms or a 22, I did have a customer one time on the range. Well, I've been shooting these tiny little half 22s, and it's working well. He was shooting a 22 LR. And they were going off perfectly fine, but he was having to dig them out. I was like, how
that's kind
are you getting them to load? Because this is a semi-automatic, number one.
That makes me nervous.
And yeah. And he was like, well, I just load it one at a time now.
Oh, God.
Well, that didn't do you any good, first off.
No. And I was like, it's a 22 short, and your gun is not chambered as such. It's 22 LR only. Right. I mean, there are some guns that will shoot those, but yeah, there's no way to put it in a semi-automatic and it fit. But it is what it is.
Chicago Mike the Shooter said, what about 1911, ladies?
Ha ha ha. Well, Ivan's got he got to actually play with one today.
Yes.
So for Jason's birthday, which was yesterday, he got from his loving wife, which is not a 1911. It's actually a 2011.
Double stack? Is it double stack?
It is double stack. It's got a fluted and floating barrel.
Shorts coming soon, guys. Yes. I might just drop it tomorrow. I'm gonna drop the shorts tomorrow.
You should. It's amazing, but it's beautiful. But at first, I don't know why when I purchased this, I actually thought it was a 1911. And then when I got home, I'm like, oh, wait, that's not. And it's a 2011, but it's only been out. I don't even know if it's been out a full month yet on the market. So, and it's
not spilling the beans yet. What it is? You're not spilling the beans.
What'd he say?
What is it? What's the brand?
Yeah,
it is a Kimber.
Nice.
Okay. Oh yeah. So as far as 1911s go, Kimber though is my favorite. That's mine. Love. I mean, yeah, they're a little more spendy, but let me tell you, so worth it. And just everything is really super smooth with a Kimber. They really know how to make them.
I think the Platypus is double stack, right, ladies? 2011. I think it's double stack. From what I remember.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not really familiar with it other than Dre's.
Yeah, I think it is double stack, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so
I haven't messed with the 2011.
I saw them when they first came out several years ago. Not several, but within the last 5 years, and they were super nice. They were. I saw them at a SHOT Show. Some friends had been to SHOT Show, and they had shown me the information where they'd purchased them.
Wow, G23 says that the Platypus takes Glock mags.
It Interesting.
Yeah.
See, I'm not big on Glocks, so I don't keep up with the Glock stuff.
I do have a Glock. And that was actually, I guess that'd be my second semi-auto, was a Glock, fourth gen. And I only ended up doing that because when I went for my concealed carry I went with my revolver, and everybody else had their semi-autos, and this was in Montana. And the instructor was like, "You're never going to be able to shoot that." And I was like, "Oh, trust me." And so anyway, at the end, of course, I did great, and he was shocked, and he's like, "The only thing, if I had to critique you on anything, is rest your arms in between shots." I was like, "Okay." Well, and then I helped him clean up, and he's like, "You want to try? I want you to try my Glock." And it was the fourth gen, and I was like, "All right." And yeah, I really actually liked it. I was surprised how comfortable it was in my
I have
hand.
shot Glocks. I just haven't found any that fit in my hand comfortably where I feel comfortable with them.
I like the Glock 17 G5, and I really like the G44, which is a 22. Most of my students have a tendency to lean toward that 22. Again, my mother loves it. And it's like, I think I want to have that. I'm like, okay.
Well, if yours comes up missing, we know whose house to look at first.
Exactly.
Right? Go check her mom.
Yeah. I'm like, okay.
We're going to have to give Chicago Mike the Shooter a strike, Tennessee Goddess. He just said Glocks are like high points. Stop playing. No. Mike is tripping.
You might have to put him on.
She fires. Is he tripping?
Yes, I mean I have well, yeah, because he's giving us a hard time anyway. It's like my 9mm revolver.
Well, I can't say that I've ever even heard of a 9mm revolver. I guess I am like,
oh yeah, my first one was the Smith & Wesson 9mm. Loved it.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
Yeah,
no,
I missed out on purchasing it because the person that bought it was we both looked at it, and I was like, let me think about it. And she was like, I'm thinking about it. I went to the restroom and came back. They had knocked $300 off of it. And she ended up buying it for $400.
Holy cow.
All right.
And she was like, sorry, but I'll let you shoot it. I was like, oh no. But I did. We're still friends. As long as I can shoot it. I was like, can we just have this as a community gun?
Oh, fun. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, definitely. Let's see. So here's a question. I'm going to kind of combine it.
You got some good questions.
Do you have a secure storage solution for your firearms, such as gun safes, lock boxes? Also, in your household, if you have children, how are you storing them as well?
Heavy hitter.
Christine, I know you're playing all over the house because your kids were like, hey, yeah, there's one, just step over, keep going.
So we actually, so our kids were literally, and I'm not even kidding you, literally shooting at 2 rifles. So they knew how to shoot. They learned about safety, the range rules, all of that. So even with that, we still made sure that they were not, just out in the open, plain view. We have, big, very heavy safe, and just some. You go out there's a lot of things that you can purchase where your guns look like they're hidden in places you would never have thought that it was some a safe. So yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I'll go, I guess. I do have a closet where I keep them secure in. My girls, they shot. Once I became a little bit more familiar with shooting, I wanted them to know. So not as young as 2, but 7 and like 12, something like that. And I do have a case in my car for the times when I cannot take my firearm in with me. I know that in certain situations. But yeah, I just make sure that they are aware. I don't have them like out and about, but they are very familiar. Whenever I purchase something new, I show it to them. We talk about it. and they understand the responsibility, and they understand the seriousness of it. But I keep it away. I still keep them away from them, but it's no secret, and I want them to feel comfortable around with it.
So they're in a safe in the closet, or just in the closet?
In a closet, in a locked door. Yes, I'm probably going to have to need a safe at this point because I have a lot now.
Yeah.
Like when do you tip over to get that safe? I'm there.
Okay.
Yes. So, yeah, I have a safe area. I don't have children, or any children are they're not allowed in my home. Not that I don't like them. So this is a safe environment. Love children, they're just not allowed in here. Even though I have my nephew occasionally, he knows that I carry. We have safe words and things like that because he's normally not allowed to be around firearms. So he knows that if I'm at my family home and he's there and something goes down and I use the code word, he knows what to do.
Oh.
And I've worked with him on how to shoot. He has never shot before. He has autism and ADHD and some sensory other issues. So taking him to the range was not an option at the time. Maybe now that he's 16, it may be. But also with him knowing how to point, shoot, and finger off the trigger and so forth, he knows all the rules. Those are things that I taught him at a young age, that, okay, we don't point it at anybody, even our fingers, our little firearm fingers. He was like, yeah, because those things could go off any minute. True. And he goes, and especially the middle one. I was like, dude, we're not going. So, yeah. So that kind of brings me to the question of knowing your laws in the area that you live in. Here in Tennessee, we have had so many firearms stolen out of cars, and there's like things on the books and the dockets that they want to add in that you are required to have a safe installed in your car or some other kind of apparatus to keep your firearms safe. So do you know all the rules and regulations in your car in your town? And do you, if you don't, do you have someone that you can find the information out from?
Good question. Very good question.
Right.
Yeah. I actually ended up joining, what is that? UCC?
USCA?
Yeah, that. I don't know. It's alphabet soup to me, but yes. I joined, well, Jason and I both, we joined them. And of course, you know, there's a lot of that kind of stuff there. But additionally, when you go through, like here, the enhanced concealed carry, it's a lot of the law of things that you can and can't do. And but the nice thing is, I don't know anymore. You're always going to have a jury of your peers, and half of them are going to be people who have never picked up a gun. So it's kind of a 50-50 no matter what happens. What I'm saying?
It is. And with that being said, you hear a lot of people here say that I'd rather be judged by 6 than carried by 12.
That's right.
And you cannot. I've attended several courses with all the different insurance companies and stuff, and never thought about it. You cannot, just because you think you're going to be judged by 6, all that 6 panel, there may be only 2 people that are firearms people. The rest of them are not. So you're not being judged by the 6. You know, you're being judged by the 4 people that don't believe in firearms and the 2 that made it through on that panel there.
Did you ever hear that story? So when we were doing ours, and the USCCA came in and they were talking, they were saying that there was in Nashville, I guess it was, they had, and I don't know how long ago this was, there was a burglar, and it was nighttime or something, and they were going to come in through the skylight, which was over the kitchen. And apparently something happened and they fell through and landed on the center counter.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you have on a counter? You have knives. Well, apparently he impaled himself somehow or anyway, have died. And the wife of the burglar went to civil court and sued this family.
Sure did.
And won.
Dang.
Sure did.
Now tell me, so when we talk about, making sure that we are covered, I mean, it just, again, goes back to you've got your, the federal courts, you've got the civil
That's
courts.
crazy.
And you got to go through both, not just the one,
True.
So you really got to be prepared.
So that was going to bring me to one of another questions is, are you aware of the protection insurance that you have in owning a firearm? There's so many. You have USCCA, NRA has some, right to bear arms, US Law Shield. There's a few others out there. You just have to research what works best for you.
Yes.
A lot of people went with USCCA. Originally, before USCCA was born, it was NRA. NRA offered certain things. With the group that I shoot with, we actually got information together and compiled them to compare what offers what and how much the prices are and different things. And most of the ladies did go with USCCA. There are a few that have gone with US Law Shield, saying they get better benefits. And then there's others that have gone to right to bear arms. So I have like 3. So,
I heard you can have multiples and
you can
layer it up, and it really does depend on with your family too. Because I know U.S. Law Shield, you can have like add-ons depending on how much dependents.
USCCA, you can have add-ons as well.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's what I did. I got the primary policy, and Jason is an add-on.
Yes.
Very good, very very good, ladies.
Christine, any questions or?
Well, we have looked into getting insurance. Our personal insurance that we have that's non firearm insurance also covers ours to a point. So we just, up until the recent years, really haven't looked. We've started looking really more diligently, especially with the way the economy is going. And then my husband was telling me about attorneys on retainers from some country guy who we got to look at.
Yeah, there's things like that too. But bringing up that same situation that you were just saying, there's protection insurance that's protecting you as the shooter, but there's also insurance that will protect your firearms.
Yes, and we're looking more into getting more insurance. The insurance we have right now will cover our basic needs, what we have now. But we have been looking, and like you said, you and your group have already done the compiling stage. That's something that we have done. And also to touch on the last question you asked, whenever our children were coming up, they had a lot of Nerf weapons. And we would tell them, when you're able to use that as a proper firearm, then we'll look at real firearms. And that was another way we trained. And as far as security, everything we have is secure. Yes, some of our stuff is out and on racks and stuff, but everything else is locked. Everything is locked.
Yes.
I just don't want anyone that doesn't know my household to think that they're just laying around. They're not. We do have them.
No, I know better than that.
Oh, I know you know. But like some of these that don't know me in here know, yes, we have a collection, but everything is secure. And my children, like Coralie, as soon as they were able to shoot, have been shooting. And any child that comes into my home, because I have teenagers, so there's kids in and out of my home. When a child and their parent comes in my home, the first thing I say is, and this is to any child, don't touch. It's not yours. And if your parents don't give me consent, just don't touch it. We're good.
Listen, you ladies make a very, very, very extremely important point right now. And I would highly advise for anyone who doesn't have the proper security, and there's different levels to this shit. There's different levels of security that you can get. There are some that are extremely expensive. There are some that are moderate prices, and there are some that are cost effective, and there are some cheap ones. There's a differentiation between that too. So I would say if you don't have some kind of safe or something like that, then get something at a lower cost. They have them on Amazon. You can look at the star ratings, even though sometimes those star ratings can be kind of skewed. If you pay attention, you can kind of tell which ones are not and which ones are. But start with something, because this is the deal. If somebody kicks in your door, you don't want to make it easy for them to get the shit. You want to make it at least a little bit harder. It's not saying that they will not get it, but it'll at least buy a little bit of time. And if you're gone, you can come home and knock their damn head off. Or I'm just saying, it just gives you a little bit more time to get the situation taken care of, whether you call the police or knock their damn head off, either one. Mm-hmm. So get some kind of security to put it up, because you just never, ever know what might happen. Right. Just like my next door neighbor. Y'all remember the last gun gossip I was in here for some that are out there in the comments. And I came home, and the first person they came to was me, because they know I get down like that. But me and Paul, we came to the house right here. I was unloading. He left his van here because we had got done shooting. And they ran up to me and said, my car got broken into. But they were bold, because they broke into the damn car during the damn day and tried to steal her car.
Jeez, Pete.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy, man.
They don't care anymore. People
they don't give a
anymore.
Damn. They don't give a damn.
Because they know there's no repercussions.
No, I mean, and just recently there was a person at the drive-up window of an ATM, and they were robbed right daylight.
It's crazy, man.
There was there was cars in the lanes next to them at the ATM as well. They robbed one person and gone. Yeah. So, and if you can't, safes are expensive. Here in Tennessee, they're trying to pass laws that if you have firearms, you have to have a safe.
I heard about that.
They want
I heard about that
you have to have, and so forth. And they want to be able to come to your home and check to see if you have a safe.
I heard about that.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah. So,
you ain't coming in my
You ain't coming here unless you're coming to clean or
Carol Lee ain't having that.
No. I mean, again, this is going back to a police state. First off, they shouldn't even have my name or address. Thank you very much. I should not be on any list, but we all know we are.
We're on somebody's list.
So, but no, no. And if anybody who is listening, I'll probably end up with people knocking on my door tomorrow. But no, that's absolute. I agree, Jason. That's absolute crap. And
that's it's not, so here in Tennessee, we have Tennessee Firearms Association. If you're not a member, I suggest you become a member. Go to some of the meetings. John Harris is an attorney for the Tennessee, and he is always fighting for our gun rights. And so with something, you learn a whole lot. They have guest speakers come in, discuss all kinds of things that are going on, and he will tell you what's on the list of things that Tennessee is trying to push through, and tell you what to not vote for and what's going to be in our best interest. So John's a wonderful guy. I think I introduced him to you, Ivan, when we were at the Glock store.
Yes.
Great guy. Just have to come and sit in on a meeting. I've gone to a couple of them. I've RSO'd at a couple of their events, so that it's worth knowing. Also in the Tennessee, Nashville area, there is the Nashville Safe House. They have every safe you can imagine there, down to the cheap ones, and they're going to show you how easy it is to get into a cheap safe.
What's the best time, Tennessee Goddess, for these ladies or anyone out in the chat that's listening? When is the best time to purchase, right? To purchase a safe? Because you're the Dillon woman. That's why I'm asking that question.
So probably in the fall, but here in the state of Tennessee, we have a tax break on them. Mm-hmm. So currently, until next July, if you buy a gun safe, you are getting your taxes. There's no tax on it.
There you go.
Okay.
Nice.
So that's here in the state of Tennessee.
There you go.
If you purchase it, and also in Murfreesboro, there is was it a safe company there? I can't think of the name of it, but there's one there. Anyway, Uh, there is, what's the Tennessee gun right thing? It's called Tennessee Firearms Association, TFA. They have a Facebook page. There's Robertson County, there's Davidson County, there's a Hermitage that meets in once a month. They have all kinds of events. I know the one in Robertson County has a turkey shoot every Saturday for the fall. And they meet at the VFW I think it's first Monday. So they have lots of good things.
I have a question for you, ladies. And I'm just throwing this out there in the ether real quick to test it, because you never know with you ladies. But as far as, like, say for instance, I've noticed this with a lot of females, especially, and I'm not poking y'all, politics has a lot to do with all our lives. I try to stay neutral as much as I can. I know I lean a little bit more right now these days, but I try to stay neutral as much as I can. But how do you convince a woman or a lady that's coming up that may have been raised in a Christian, background, things like that, believing in turning the other cheek, not harming anyone, and are just petrified and scared of firearms? This is what I'm finding out more and more, especially in my community, in the African American community. I find that to be so. That's why you don't see, let's touch it, y'all. Let's touch it. That's why you don't see a lot of African American people out there shooting. Usually when I go, guess what? It's not that many. I don't see them. Right. And so this is a thing that has happened, chronologically speaking, in history, that they have embedded in us for us not to protect ourselves. So I want you ladies to really expand on that. Like, what would you tell a woman like that? I can't talk to my aunties and some of the other people because they just truly don't believe in them. I mean, what do you do with that?
Well, that opens up a lot. You probably don't see them because of some of the places that you go, but working at a firearm range, I have seen, I will tell you, even today when I was there were at least 5 African American women there shooting.
That's good. Out of how many people during the day?
During the day, well, I don't usually work days when I was there, but there would be 1 or 2. But I have older ladies that are coming to me asking to learn how as well, because their husbands passed or they're by themselves and decided they need to take their security into their own hands.
Yep.
So one of the things when I have people come into the store or they notice and say, why is a sweet girl like you carrying a firearm? Because you know what? There are people that are not as sweet as me that are out to get me. And I am my own security. I'm my own safety.
Yes.
I can scream and yell, kick, bites, whatever. But there's going to be people that just keep walking by. They're not going to help. There's going to be a time that I can't get the police to come. And the response time for police currently is 20 minutes. So I don't know about you, but 20 minutes is a lifetime in your situation. So I need to be able to take care of myself.
How do you feel about that, She Fires?
I think for me, especially since I'm a petite woman, just being a positive role model and example. And if there's anyone that's apprehensive, I'm like, I will go with you. We'll go together. Oftentimes, even my neighbor next door, like, she's married and she's like, I want to go. I got my Taurus. I want to go to the range with you. I'm like, okay, we can. And, I went and knocked on her door and her husband answered. And I was like, okay, we were talking, here's my card, because I have my training card. And I gave it to him to give to her. And he looked at it, he chuckled, and he says, like, yeah, okay. And I don't know if he gave it to her or not.
But was she one of the ones that, me hypothetically speaking, right? Was she one of the ones that were paranoid about firearms, referring to that situation?
Yes. And I think being able to be an example of, I'm a regular person. You don't have to rely on your husband or your boyfriend to defend you. You don't have to use their firearm, because they'll go and they'll shoot their guy's firearm and it's like too much for them. And they're not any part of it.
There's that recoil. Yeah.
So just being available, being visible, and introducing them the way that I do, with the 22, and letting people see me and like, oh, you're like a regular woman and you're a mom. You know, I'm head of my household. So I just try to relate to them and not make them feel like it's not for them, and invite myself to go with them to the range. All we can do is just constantly remind. I don't know how you change that. I don't know how you change it.
Got it.
I can just say with the ladies group that I'm with, and that was going to be the next question. If everyone was aware that there are specifically female groups available in your area nationwide, and if there's not one, you can always start one. So we invite them to come shoot with us. Nice. And they see that we have women in all walks of life. We have young, we have older, and well-seasoned women. Okay. And some of those well-seasoned women will rack that gun with the heel of their shoe, lay down on their back.
The red bottoms.
Yes. And we'll turn around and then get up off the ground and say, how did I do? After you see that the target is down. I did good. Okay. And there's some that have, arthritic hands, and they still want to do better, or they're not the best shooter, but they still continue to try, and I always say the best thing is you never know what you like until you try it.
Say that again.
You never know what you like. So then you also have to just encourage them. And I always let them know there's going to be the loud noise. You're going to feel this. This is how this is going to be. And I too start off with a 22. I try to have a private area, because if there is somebody going off over here with a 308, or there is something super, super loud, a 50 BMG next to you, that scares them off. They will not pull the trigger, and they were like, I'm done. Another thing in that situation is when you have the husband that kind of giggles at you.
Self-conscious.
He's gonna suggest that she use something smaller, a smaller caliber. That's usually what I found. And no matter what she decides she likes to shoot, he's always going to be in her ear to tell her, no, that's not the right gun for you. You need something different. You can only handle this, because you're not going to be able to handle that. I have a student currently right now that's dealing with the same thing, that she loves this particular firearm, but the husband is being negative toward it. Because number one, it's a bigger caliber than what he carries.
That's probably why he's mad, because it's a bigger caliber. You get it? That's probably why he's mad.
I do also have a young lady that shoots with us. Her husband bought firearms, but doesn't know how to use them. He bought them because he was goaded into it by his friends. And she's like, if you don't know how to use it and not going to take any classes, guess what? I am.
Right.
Good for her.
And so she was not really big on it. She called it a stupid thing, a dumb thing. Why would I want to do this? And now she comes to all of our meetings and loves to shoot. I think she loves to shoot, but she's not going to tell me that right off. But she's enjoying it. And it may be that the social aspect and all the different walks of life that she's getting to meet and interact with, and know that we've all been there before. There's always a first time for everything.
Very
exactly. True. Well, I've had a lot of women who, when they find out that I love to shoot, even back in Montana, it's one of those, oh, well, I've got this, or my husband bought me this, and I haven't shot it, but I really want to, but I'm kind of scared because I've never shot before. Sorry, I got a gnat flying around in here. And it's like, well, I'm happy to take you out. And it's like, let's plan something. Okay, well, I'll let you know. And then you don't hear from him. And then you're like, you give him a call and you're like, hey, do you want to go? Let's go shoot. Oh, well, I've got this or I've got that. And it's like, that's the hard part.
Right.
Is getting him past that, and just even getting him to a range, even if they just sit there and watch. But I think a lot of times, if you can get them there and even just to watch, say, you don't even have to pick it up. You can just sit here, because you've got your ears on, you've got your eyes on. And a lot of times, especially if you started off just to ease their mind with like a 22, right? And they've got their ears on and they're like, wow, that's nothing, and work your way up. Then they're like, oh, wow, I might be able to do this.
Mhm.
Let me try that.
Mm-hmm.
True.
I have friends that are Roman Catholic, old school Roman Catholic, and the ladies in that church, you never know that they know anything of a firearm. They went out on their own. One of my friends, she's a single mom. Her husband passed from cancer. The world started getting stupid, and this was even pre-COVID. And she was just like, "Look, being against my religion and protecting my family is a gray area, and it is in any religion." So she went and she got her concealed carry, because at the time you still had to have a license, and she did what she had to do. Now, does she publicize it or let anyone know that she it does firearms? No. But when she did that and kind of find out, she was talking to some of the elders in her family, and kind of find out a lot more women of the elder community or even of a single family, they carry firearms. They just ain't going to tell you,
That's interesting, and
because
it,
they
it
grew
makes
up with
sense.
dad taking them hunting if they're the only girl in the family. Dad took them hunting just because there wasn't a boy in the family, and they were around firearms growing up and stuff.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean they're as vocal about it. And becoming from a Roman Catholic background, it's just not a subject you bring up with the family, with a female. They're
Right.
old school. So there's a lot of times where, like you said, you don't see them. I think there's more women out there that can. They're just not comfortable to publicize that they can.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
true too. So, I have one other question. So, have any of you ladies considered non-lethal methods of self-defense, such as like pepper spray, hand to hand, personal alarms, or do you have
I already
any?
know what she fired gonna say.
Go ahead, fire. Go for it.
I already know what she gonna say.
Some people, like you said, me living in Florida too, like pepper spray, all of those things, yes. But I took up martial arts when I divorced. I'm a mother of 3 girls, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna have the firearm, but some cases I want to be able to still grapple. I don't know the right word, and be physical with someone if I need to, or someone comes up behind me and my hands are not able to get to my firearm. I can use my self-defense. So I'm working on my black belt. I definitely am a proponent of being able to handle yourself without a firearm. But then pepper spray, I'll spray a bobcat or a Black Panther if I have to. I'm not trying to shoot it, but pepper spray, crazy animals, crazy people, gotta have other non-lethal forms.
Yeah, we just had a recent issue where a lady was being detained in a store by a police department, and she pulled out bear spray and assaulted the police officer with it so that she could get away.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's crazy because bear spray is actually illegal in some states. So
Yeah,
you got to be careful even with that.
You do.
yeah. And to her demise, she left her bag and everything behind, so they know where she's at.
Mhm.
So anyway, with that, anyone else have hand to hand or any other type of things? I myself have carry a knife at all times.
Me too.
I also have my stabby Sharpie that looks like a Sharpie, but it's not a Sharpie.
I want one of those.
Man,
Yeah.
she's so y'all have
You
no idea.
would love this Sharpie. It's amazing.
I want
It
it.
looked like a real damn marker, man. A real
that's
little
right.
black regular
Looks like a
marker.
Sharpie,
Isn't that
but it's a
awesome?
knife.
That thing will light you a new asshole.
So
It is not.
with that, I actually have a ballpoint pen that does the same exact thing that I carry. Plus, I have a regular pocket knife.
That is deadly.
And I used to carry mace. Yeah, there you
Nice.
go. Used to carry mace, but I just stopped doing that because it expires and stuff. So it was just kind of a pain to have to
Yeah.
constantly keep looking at it, going, oh yeah, I gotta get new, and and then I don't like just how do you really dispose of that, right?
Yeah.
When you just toss it in the trash and hope nothing happens.
True, and if there was a place to actually dispose of it, here's the thing: you're doing that, and now they know that you carry it or have this stuff here, and it may not be the right person on the other end. So there's
Yep.
that.
All right.
Let's see here.
Both
Christine?
my children are martial arts trained. My training is, of course, from home, and then military. I have combat training, and then since I've left the military, of course, we collect knives about as bad as we do our firearms, if not a little worse.
They the ones that put
So,
me on knives, guys.
Nice. Nice.
Knives
oh,
are good.
Ivan, Nathan's got a new one.
Oh, I gotta see it.
Can I show it?
Yeah, you can show a knife.
Okay. Where's is that?
I won one from Hillbilly Up.
Go ahead and show me. I want to see everybody knives. Ladies, where you at?
I know.
Ladies, where you at? Christine,
Well,
where
give me
you
just
at?
a
Carol
second.
Lee.
Let me go get mine.
My Hillbilly Up one.
I know.
The one that the pen one is it's small. It's not very big, but I'll show you the other one. Hang on a second.
That's in
Here's
my
Nathan's new one.
in my car.
What is that? Oh, damn, Christine.
gosh.
You trying
That's
to you trying to cut an elephant leg off.
This is mine.
What is that? Got some bling on it?
Too.
Tennessee got it? Some bling?
Oh, that's him.
She done
It's got
bejizzled
some-
that. What it called? Bejizzled or
Bedazzled.
bewizzled? Yeah, bedazzled.
No, it's got
There's
some
Nathan's new one.
flowerettes on it. Nice little.
Yeah, I have to
Why
show
are
later
my
because I
box in
can't
the
quite
way?
get up at the chair. Been sitting now
Yes.
for
This little thing there.
I know.
a while.
Break glass.
I have a box in my bedroom. That's where mine is right now.
She fires. I seen yours. You posted yours on the little picture. I
did.
seen it. Where is it at? I want to see
I
that little
know. It's upstairs.
thing.
Yeah, and then of course the
She's
little
like me. Our
Sharpie-
toys are done been put up.
the little
I love that
Sharpie.
Sharpie though.
That
See,
Sharpie
I
is
need to get that
wicked,
Sharpie
man.
one for my daughter with her going to college and stuff.
Yeah,
Because they'd never think to look at that one.
That's
Mhm.
great.
No, that Sharpie is wicked.
Yes. So,
But yeah,
I do have a couple other things to say here. So, we all know that there's emotional baggage, or that will have emotional and psychological impact if you happen to shoot someone
Yes.
or you're in that situation. Make sure that you're looking at your firearm protection insurance, because they offer mental health and counseling for things like that as well. And if they don't, find another one. So that's something. Another thing I wanted to bring up about cleaning your firearms. We're all very versed in cleaning our firearms. I do know some ladies that don't clean their firearms and let their husband do it. And then I know some husbands that let their ladies do it. Love cleaning their firearm.
I wish I had that luxury right now.
You have a friend.
There we go.
You have a goddess over here that loves cleaning firearms.
Perfect.
I miss cleaning mine.
Okay.
I clean mine when I have to, but as far as having time to just sit down and clean everything in the house, that doesn't work
Yeah.
right now.
Sunday nights used to be my night to sit down after dinner and clean firearms for the week.
Yeah, there you go.
Because there was stuff in rotation that could take the place of whatever had been shot for the weekend and so forth. So that's something to understand. We all know the ongoing of an importance of practicing and making sure, practice makes perfect. It doesn't necessarily make perfect. It just makes you better.
Right.
Okay. So practice. There's somebody screaming outside. So if you see me keep looking around, I'm like, what is going on? I don't know if it's the kids across the street or what's going on, but I'm here. I'm safe. Unless you knock on my door. No, we're good.
One thing I did look into when we started our home together, there's companies like Larson and Peloton that have security doors with certain firearm ratings and stuff, and that's one thing we invested in, and that's something that people don't look at is
That's kind of dope.
you got to secure your environment as well.
Bulletproof glass storm doors. That is an actual thing. So those are things to consider too. And if you're in an area that's going to have, the violence has kind of creeped into your area like it has in most areas, there is bulletproof windows that you can replace with your outdoor windows, especially with your children's room. I think I kind of spoke of an incident last week where a friend, sleep deprived, hallucinating, shot through the front door.
Oh, wow.
Because was envisioning someone being there, and there was nobody there. And that bullet went from their front door to the apartment across the hall, down their hallway, into the linen closet, and landed into the walk-in closet in the third bedroom.
Bullets do a number, man.
And then it finally, because he couldn't tell me what it was, but finally told me it was his AR. So it was a 223 that he shot. That went through. So in that aspect, now he's no longer going to be a firearms owner, because that is considered a felony. But those people did the reason that it stopped, they were concerned about stuff coming through the wall because it's an outside wall. They had put up some sheet metal backing up against the walls there, and trying to make sure nothing was going to come through it from the outside, because it was an outside wall in an apartment complex, and it stopped the bullet.
Quick question before we go. This is going to be a crazy one. Y'all know I'm crazy any damn way, so it don't matter. Say I know some of you all are married, and that's okay. It's okay. Some of you all are married, but if you weren't married, would you tell your significant other or someone that you're starting to date, a guy, right? And you're just starting to date him, would you let him know that you are packing, or or is that something that you would kind of keep to yourself?
I always
if you
kept
weren't
it
married
to myself.
Okay. She fires?
I was married. I'm dating. I would still let them know. Especially, it's scary out here meeting people too. Like, I'm packing, buddy. Don't try it. Just for safety, say, I'm concealed. I am registered. I'm not like a.
But what if that spook them though?
Then it wasn't meant to be.
Right. Exactly.
You know what's going to spook even more?
That's his problem.
Yeah. That's my next husband's problem. Okay. But it wasn't meant to be. I mean, it could be if you don't tell them and you're packing in your waistband and they just slightly put their hand on your waist, they're going to feel it. Yes. Either they're going to be like, oh, is that a Kimber 9mm such and such? Or I'm out. You have that. For me, my person or person previously had said, posted their picture on a dating website and they had a firearm there. So I asked safety questions first. And then I was like, oh, so you have a firearm there. What kind is it? Or do you like to go to the range? Because a lot of these guys will, on the dating profiles, if you're online, they will actually post pictures of themselves with all their gun gear and everything. So you
I can't do that.
It's just that I think that's just not tasteful. Even if you into firearms, I mean, why? My whole thing is, for me, is kind of like an element of surprise thing. Like, I don't want you really to know that I'm packing most of the time. I just don't. I want to look like a regular guy. I seriously do. I just don't want nobody to know. I don't want anyone to have an up on me. I don't want anyone to think anything differently, because everybody is so different. And
correct.
So that's my thing. I know what I believe in, but at the same time, I'm not trying to shake the matrix up that much. I don't want to. Some people may want to, but I like to go in low key, incognito. You feel me?
But if you're dating a woman though, right? And she's rubbing on you.
But some women get spooked off that, and it be some of the ones that I might want. I might want that. And then so she's spooked now because she found out that I'm a damn gun tuber, YouTuber with guns, and she automatically assumes and think I'm crazy, but she wanted to find this one she fires. I don't know if I can risk that.
Seriously? You're going to base it off her being fine?
I mean,
just looks is not the whole total package, okay?
Exactly.
Because she could be
Looks is
fine
in the
and
eye
be
of
the
the
nastiest
beholder.
person.
Exactly.
It can be, yes. But you cannot go off of just looks alone, because she could be the craziest bitch you ever met.
You ain't lying.
Okay?
You ain't lying.
And then she could be like the sweetest person, and then turn around and be like, I'm gonna shoot you with your own damn gun.
But also, she'll know that you are, you're a responsible gun owner. That you're not trying to hide it from her. But she's safe with you.
Yeah.
Versus you being, sneaky, and she finds out later.
What
Like,
are you doing?
that would be a nice introduction.
Okay, I feel you.
Yeah.
All right, I'm learning tonight.
Firearms or knives or whatever.
I'm
Whether
learning.
it's firearms or knives or whatever, when I was dating, I'd be like, look, I can protect myself. I ain't necessarily got to tell you what's on me, but I'm just letting you know.
And I think it's a personal preference, but if I'm going to go out with someone, I'm basically going to be like, what are your hobbies? What are you into?
Right.
Yeah, I think it's the most sexiest thing to see a woman with a gun. Like, seriously, because to me, it's like, damn, I love that junk. I don't know.
Well, that's one of the newest things. You on a date, most rangers have date night.
They do.
I love it.
And so I don't want to go out on a date with you or anything, and then go out there and show you up on the range, Ivan. Yeah. You don't want to do stuff like that. You just want to be like, oh, but then you'll have a low key chick that's going to be like, oh, I've never shot before at all. 15 yards, dead center, 10 rounds. Sorry, I'm a first time shooter. Yeah. Mm-mm.
All right, I had to get that out. I had to before we left, y'all. All right, that's all I wanted.
Okay. So, is there any questions, anybody? We've talked about cleaning. We've gone over talking about the potential emotional
yes.
Psychological impact of using a firearm for self-defense. That is one thing what I learned with my mom. Is like, I could take someone's life. And it's like, yeah, you can take someone's life with a car too, but you don't think the same way when driving a gun. You have a gun. Right. When you're driving a car, it's not two different things. It's the same thing.
Yep.
Pretty much the same exact thing. So,
and you have to stop and think too, like in my situation where I have had prior situations with the military and stuff, where that's stuff that I've been exposed to. The mind psyche is different, and like I was blessed to have time to get with Corley's podcast tonight, and the guy was like, this is how I am now because of what I was around.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not necessarily that person pulled the trigger, but who's around you when you pull that trigger as well. It's more to think about other than just you pulling the trigger.
Right.
Yeah. So.
And if you're in doubt of yourself before you get a firearm, or even after you get a firearm, my biggest thing is talk to somebody. Say something.
Mm-hmm.
If you're like your friend, the guy that hallucinated and shot through a door, if you think something's off, then say something about it. Say, hey, take your firearm to your friends or families. Yeah.
Definitely.
There's always someone that can help. It's just having the brave, and I'm sorry, you're brave to say something. There's so many people that are scared to say something because they're scared that people are going to look down at them or think they're a worse person. If you come to me and say, hey, I'm having a bad day, I need you to hold my firearm, I look more at you as a hero than a nobody.
That's right. Yes. Ladies, go ahead. Give us some close. Oh, I think you have one more thing to close the statement, right? Thing.
Yeah.
My fault.
So just want to let everybody know that these questions are meant to guide a thoughtful and informed decision-making process when considering firearm ownership. It's essential to emphasize safety, training, and responsible ownership when discussing this topic. Additionally, consulting with a certified firearms instructor or local authorities, police department, or whatever it may be, then you can ask for further guidance and answer specific questions to firearm ownership.
Very good. Queen Tennessee Goddess, go ahead and close us out here. You know what time it is.
Eyes and ears, keep your head on swivel, be safe.
Carol Lee Queen, Vanilla Queen. Lead us out.
Well, y'all, just make sure you follow those range rules. No matter whether you're at the range, you're on the street. Doesn't matter. It's all the same.
Christine, sister from another mother, send us out.
Be aware, be safe, and never second guess your choices.
She fires. The Tootsie Roll of the family. Send us out.
Keep your head on the swivel. Always, your mind is the first line of defense.
Y'all heard her, man. It's ladies' night. We out of here, guys. We had a good show. Tennessee Goddess. Carol Lee. Okay, Carol Lee. Tell them where to find you also. I forgot about that.
You can find me at this moment at Conversations with Yvette-TP8JB as in boy.
She fires. Go ahead, throw them flames up. Throw them flames up in the comments, guys. Go ahead, tell them where they can find you at.
I am on YouTube and on Instagram. She fires. Have a great night.
That's it, guys. You'll see the link for all of them. Christine, did you have any links or Tennessee Goddess?
No.
All right. To be continued. All right, we out of here, guys. Ladies'
Bye,
night.
y'all.
That's Ladies' Night, episode 1. In the future, we'll have another one. Y'all take care. I hope y'all had a good time. Love all of y'all. Y'all know what time it is, man. Shake the haters off, man. Just shake them off. All right, just shake them off and love everybody else, man. We'll holler at y'all. Yes, sir. Banger. Stop playing, man. We in here, man. We in here, guys. It's going down tonight. It's going down.
Don't quit your day job.
Yeah.
Ivan, while I got UNT and Goddess on here, and the other girls to get a kick out of this, Phoenix got a letter.
Wait. We ain't off live yet.
Okay.
Let me end it.
Well, it's all good. She got a letter in the mail. She's been accepted for early admission to UT Knox.
Ooh, nice.
And she ain't even graduated high school.
That's very good. Very good. All right, ladies, y'all hang in there. I'm going to hit in this stream. See y'all later.